Hello, how are we doing? Welcome everyone to County Comedy Club Week 6. Hello, welcome. 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 Don't worry, I'll get around everyone. Alright, welcome. 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 And the rest. Good. Good, how are we doing? Is everybody good? Week 6? How are we doing? If you can make a noise that could roughly sum up your week, can you just make a noise? There was a moo there. And a mating call there from like some very rare birds. Hello, sir, what's your name? What was the noise you made?
The scream that came out wrong.
Would you like to sort of reiterate your noise for the week? Cool, good. What have you been up to then? Why the cacaw?
Mainly work.
Oh, work, okay. Is that, you did a moo of distress? Good. We all moo in distress. Yeah, I'm surprised that more people can do like, could you have done any sound to like some of your week? You could have done like, I don't know, the mating call of a toucan, or the countdown, ticking song. I don't know what you'd have to do in that week to have both those sounds. Unless, like, you know, you're a zoologist on a really tight timeline. Cool. Right. So, guys, we heard about the news recently. We got auditions for the new Star Wars film. Woo! Alright, it doesn't work if I have to lead it. Alright. So yeah, that's kind of cool. It's like thousands of people like queuing up overnight to like do this thing. It's like really huge. It's kind of like X Factor, you know, except if you want a career afterwards. Yeah, that was kind of good. It was good enough. Cheers. See, I'm really glad that they're doing auditions in the North, because in my opinion, sci-fi sounds better in a Northern accent. We got, like, first off, Christopher Eccleston, Doctor Who. How fantastic was he? Yeah, my favourite Doctor. Yeah, it had that fantastic line in it, didn't you? How can you have a Northern accent? Well, you know, lots of planets have a North. That was one of my TV moments. But then why stop there? Why not have a Yorkshire Matrix? Don't try and bend the spoon. Instead, only try to realise the truth. What truth? That there is no spoon. There's no spoon. Yes. And then you'll see that it's not the spoon that bends, it's yourself. See? How much better would that be? Or say, I don't know, Geordie, Back to the Future. Why, hey, Doc Brown! It gets better. You're trying to tell me that my mum's got the odds to be like? Precisely. Oh, this is heavy. Just out of interest, like, because I know that the roles, they're actually in our demographic, they're our kind of age. Is anyone actually in the room auditioning for, or thinking of auditioning? Raise a hand if you are. No? Good. Good. I'm glad no one's going there. Why go to Manchester to be disappointed when we've got plenty of good Lancashire disappointment right here? But don't worry, I'm actually writing the script for the new Star Wars film. I've got it here. It's pretty good. Yeah, it went pretty well for me. So I thought we'd just hold some open auditions tonight. So yeah, that's gonna happen. Cool. I've got 4 roles up for grabs tonight, and I'm going to need your help to act out this scene. First off, are we up for this? Or do you want to see my script for Star Wars? Yes! Alright, okay, first off, we're going to need the hero of the piece. Who's done something nice this week? Raise your hand, you've done something nice. Okay, we've got one over here. What have you done that's nice?
Several things.
Congratulations, you own a collective. Can you name one?
Well, I'm doing the process tomorrow.
But that's not
process demonstration. I've done the general nice things like hold doors open for people.
All right, you've won. Cool. Before you sort of shame us up, why don't you come to stage? What's your name?
Zach.
Zach. Oh, wonderful, Zach. Come to the stage, Zach. Stand there for us. Right. Now we're going to need the villains of the piece. So we've got sort of the Dark Lord, and then we've got the Emperor. So who's done something? I don't know. Who's been a bit of a dick this week? Yes. That's okay. What have you done that's been slightly dickish?
I left my pants on.
Any reason why?
Just neglect.
Neglect. The most villainous thing of all.
Their mum found them when it was a girl.
Oh, well. Oh, but it all worked out fine.
No.
Good. Okay, you can be our villain, please. Please stand up. A round of applause, Jack. Okay, now we need the Emperor, who's got to be worse. Do we have anybody who's done anything worse this week than leave pants at someone's house? Hello? What's your name there at the back?
I stole a single chip from a table earlier. That wasn't mine. This should still be there in the Faraday building. There's wine there as well, but you've got to try hard.
Well, come up to a round of applause that's judgmental. What was your name, sorry? Andreas, please meet you. Right, okay, so we've got our cast. Right, so there's one for you, Zach. And then there's one for you, Jack. And then that one underneath for you, Andreas. Okay, and we've got one final role. So the daring, the heroic, you know, the rogue, the charm. I've got this one. Right, cool. So I'm going to hand the mic around when it's your turn to speak, okay? So we can all be heard. And yeah, I've highlighted all your parts. And I'll read out the stage directions. Okay, we good? Ready for this, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah! Okay, give it up for Star Wars: Revenge of the Franchise.
Lord Fax, we meet again.
Greetings, Larry. It is time for you to meet my master.
Hello?
You two are going down for sure. Darn to it.
You didn't highlight that bit.
I'll say you didn't.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, you've got me there. Who's the real villain?
Let me tell you the truth. I was just about to, Larry.
Yeah.
I'm your father.
No, it's unlikely.
Yes. Search your birth certificate. You know it to be true.
I may have based this on a Jeremy Kyle episode, ladies and gentlemen.
No!
You can find there were 16 O's there.
Tell him the other thing. Oh, Larry.
Hello?
The Emperor is also your father.
What?
We just got married.
How lovely.
Yes, we're very happy.
Good. I hope that in a long, long time from now, in a galaxy far, far away, other people will be able to too.
Yeah, society. There's your moral.
Me too. Me also.
Would you two like to hold each other to celebrate?
Boy, howdy we would.
Emperor and Lord Vax hold each other.
Why not even closer?
Emperor and Lord Vax hold each other.
And smell each other's hair.
They do.
I'm glad everything worked out for the best. Thank you, Space Jeremy Kyle.
You're welcome. Round of applause, everyone. Give another round of applause. Let's sit down. There you go. It's a pretty good first track. Just needs a little bit more pod racing, I think. That'll be good. Cool. Right. So we got the show on the road. Give us a cheer if you've been here before. Give us a cheer if you haven't. Hey. Don't worry, it's all fun. Basically, I'm your compere, my name's Ed. We've got 5 fantastic acts for you tonight. We've got 3, a break, and then 2 more. So yeah, we've only got 2 rules. If you've got phones, turn them on silent, turn them off. If you guys want to do that now, stick move, come on. Secondly, yeah, if you don't heckle the acts while they're on, if you want to talk to someone, talk to me. I'll be on during all the acts. Yeah, I'm quite friendly. I've got more scripts if you want to check them out. They're also online if you want to check them out there. Go on to starwarserotica.com. I'm Jabba69. Jabba, a belly knower. Good. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready for my first act? Right. Okay, what I want to do is just to build it up. I'm going to do this, and then so can we have like a mid-level round of applause? There we go. Right, now when I put my hands up, I want to go absolutely mental. Scream, stomp, cheer, just go absolutely. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, no need for panto tactics there, let's get going. Cool. Right, ladies and gentlemen, be welcome to the first stage, my first act of the night. The lovely Mr. Sean Gilbody!
Hello! How you doing? You're good? Yeah! You good? Yeah. You good? Didn't look at me? Yeah, that's cool! You good? You good? Yeah, that's good. No one asked me. I'm good, thanks. Pricks. Bit rude, you know, social convention. I ask you how you're doing, you ask me how I'm doing, but you know, I'm sure you're nice people, just a bit rude. Whatever, I'm over it. Yeah, but as I said, I'm quite good. I've been very busy recently, I've been very busy. A lot of my friends have been turning 21 recently, so you know, I've been dealing with that. I've been going to parties with them and stuff, you know, trying to help them celebrate 21, because for some reason that's important nowadays. And I've been revising a lot. I've had my midterms. Anyone have their midterms coming up? No one has. Fuck you all. Yeah, I've had my midterms coming up, so you know, you have to look at every precise detail, put your head in the books and whatnot. And also, I theoretically solved the Middle East peace crisis. Don't laugh. And I know what you're thinking, Sean, did you use mind maps during the revision process? And the answer is yes, I did. But what I actually want to talk to you about today is me theoretically solving the Middle East peace process. And my answer comes in the form of one word. I want to let it gestate for a while. Let it gestate, I'm going to drink from Josh Hutcherson's face. Hunger Games out in cinema soon. But yes, snow. People lose their shit when they see snow, don't they? And don't tell me there's not a direct correlation between the lack of snow in the Middle East and a high amount of conflict. And when have you seen this news story recently? And today, President Barack Obama has led peace negotiations in the Middle East between... Oh, that doesn't even stretch that far, does it? Shit. It does make a difference, sorry. And today, President Barack Obama... Work, monkeys, work! I have never once done this bit before. Rehearsals are out the window. You haven't seen this news story before, have you? President Barack Obama has today led peace negotiations in Greenland between the polar bears and the humans. When asked how he thought negotiations were going, he said he thought things were going in the right direction before promptly mauling the camera crew. And you don't, do you? Do you know why? Because there's not enough time for conflict when there's snow around. No, your heart's too full of joy. People are complaining that the 2A is taking an extra 5 minutes to go up Haler Hill. Everyone wary of Haler Hill? Yeah, good, good. If you're not, it's a massively steep hill. Surprised no one's died yet. And, you know, tweeting funny pictures of snowmen where, like, the carrots and knobs, that's funny, isn't it? And, like, think of all the happy snow-covered country we have in this great world of ours. Finland, Sweden, Norway, Russia. All perfectly happy, tolerant nations, covered beautifully in snow that we all love so much, don't we? So I put it to the UN now that we truck that snow over to the Middle East straight away. And I know there'll be cynics, there's always cynics, who'll say that it's a bit hot for snow in the Middle East and that it's a massive waste of money, but to them I say this. When you see the face of that little Middle Eastern kid as he runs outside to play in that slightly damp sand, that's when you know it's worth it. That's when. I thought I'd take your silence after that ending, just to have a drink. Josh Hutcherson. But yeah, as I said at the beginning of that, I've turned 21 very recently. 21's quite a big age to turn because you have to start worrying about stuff. Like I had to worry about a career. Like in the future, that's going to affect me for years, isn't it? And I had to worry about where I'm going to live next year. And as a child, I didn't really have too many worries. Like my main two worries were one, getting trench foot from pissing in the shower too much. Because I don't know too much about trench foot, but I know it's caused by piss. So this led to the daily moral conundrum of either continually risking getting trench foot or giving up my favourite hobby. And I know a lot of you out there probably wouldn't refer to pissing in the shower as a hobby, but that's just the type of guy I am. It's the type of guy I am, County. And my second main worry as a child, my second main worry was whenever I needed a poo in a swimming pool. Great reaction, I love you guys already. Because we all know you can piss in a swimming pool, don't we? You noticed there? No one went, because it's perfectly socially acceptable. What do you think the shower's outside it for? To wash all that clean, healthy water off? You know! No, you just swam in a pool full of piss. But you can't poo in a swimming pool. Even I've been told I have to draw the line somewhere. So, this has led, when you need a poo, this leads to the awkward situation where you had to swim out the pool away from your friends, and you had to walk past the shower area, and all the shower people are thinking, oh, look at him covered in piss, dirty bastard. And then you go into the stalls, and you deal with the whole stall situation, and you come back out, and you go into what I like to call the biathlon of shame. And biathlon of shame is very simple. It's where you start off with the walk, and you walk past the shower people again, and they're now even more pissed off you, because you've twice walked past their shower area without once showering. And then you go up to your friends, and you see a weird glint in their eye, this bit of a weird vibe, and that's there because they know what's just happened. And what's worse, they're now swimming in your arse water. Because, guys, it's getting worse. You got to roll with the punches here. Because, like, I think when you go in a swimming pool that you accept you're going to swim in some people's arse water, but no, now it's weird to swim in your arse water. Now your arse water's tainted, and now your friends won't talk to you anymore, and they'll tell your parents how weird you are, and then you'll be alone forever. Josh Hutcherson will never leave. Originally there was banter in this, and I filled it with water, and it tastes disgusting. Just a little insight into my life. What I really hope is that, my dream today is that you guys go home and you start using the word arse water in everyday situations. Because, like, I hope there's a phrase that comes out soon which is like, oh, don't want to swim in his arse water. Because it kind of sounds like an insult, but it's not really, because there's no ideal situation where you're swimming in any other person's arse water. And because the problem is, I've been trying to make up new phrases, because a lot of phrases nowadays, they're pretty redundant, aren't they? Like, don't kick a dog while he's down. I'm sure in some way this actually teaches people not to treat other people nicely when they're having a bad day. But how do we know how it feels to kick a dog while he's down, County Comedy Club? We don't know. So I experimented for you. I kicked a dog while he was down. It was actually hilarious. It made the cutest little yelpy noise. It was like a... And then it didn't make a noise for a while. A very long while. And then I ran away. Well, so the dog was sleeping, because, you know, I don't let sleeping dogs lie, so I wanted to test that one out as well, and 2 birds, 1 stone. That was by far the hardest one. The trick was, right, if you ever want to do it, you look like the person that might. The trick was, you hit the first bird, and then use that bird's carcass to, like, kind of hit into the next one. And that would kind of cause a horrific domino effect of blood and feathers. And that's how I got my idea for the Chicken Run sequel. I've been Sean Gilbody, thanks very much!
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up again for Sean Gilbody! If you want to also find Sean after, he's also president of the John Hutchinson fan club, so yeah, tweet him after.
What Hutchinson?
Josh Hutchinson.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hunger games aren't my thing. I'm not getting paid by Subway, unlike some people. Touche. Right. So, the Doctor Who 50th anniversary is coming up. People excited for that? Oh, a lot of Who fans. Cool. Cool. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Doctor Who, and I've always wanted to have like a sonic screwdriver in real life, because it's like my life doesn't have enough Deus Ex Machinas. It really doesn't. I don't even have one. I don't even have one Deus Ex Machina, right? Because it puts a device that can do pretty much anything, all right? So like say, oh look, it's like a locked door. That's done. All right. Oh, they've got a futuristic space door. Okay, can that work? Will it work on that? It will work on that. Any door you like, any time period, even if it outstends your own. Done. Right. What about hacking? Can it hack computers? Yes, you can hack computers somehow. It's got wireless, Bluetooth, and what's this? It wants to turn a 2005 cell phone so it works throughout time and space. Done. But it got me thinking, if you guys could have any objects in real life, like objects from like sci-fi films, like gadgets, what would you have? Does anyone have any gadgets then?
Lightsaber.
A lightsaber. What do you do, sir? What's your degree? Philosophy. Do you feel wrath against many philosophers? What would you use it for in your day-to-day life?
I probably wouldn't turn it on.
True, there is a health and safety risk with a lightsaber. I don't know, you could go to a philosophy rave and turn it on, and then sort of join in the background. Does anybody else have any like sci-fi gadgets they quite like to have in real life?
TARDIS.
A TARDIS? Oh, that's cool. So what do you do?
I work in HR.
You work in human resources. If only there was enough time, now there is. Cool. So what would you use it for if you had a time machine?
I'd go back in time.
Wow, you can read instructions. Well, nothing you could do. You want to find like the basis of HR, go back to the Greek Senate, and then go, look guys, you've got a nice little system of democracy here. I just don't think we've got doing enough for casual Fridays. Maybe just dress it up with the toga a bit. Cool. Does anybody have else any sci-fi objects?
Portal gun.
A portal gun. Yes. Well, that was pretty unanimous. So, what do you do, sir?
Psychology.
Psychology. Oh, well, that's quite a thing, because it does mess with your head. Like, my flatmate played it for the first time. He had a headache after 10 minutes. He couldn't literally comprehend how portals worked, which was strange, but it was quite good, because that meant I got to play and he was in the corner crying. So what would you use it for, the portal gun?
Avoid using the 2A.
Oh, we've got our Lancaster student comedy. Oh, we've got all the university comedy here, folks. Tune in for more. Check us out on YouTube. You won't know what that is, but we do. Cool. Right, are you guys ready for my second act? Yeah. Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, if we can build up that applause again. Right, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, keep up that applause. Even through technical difficulties, we'll keep going. Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. Mr. Jack Nicholls.
Give us a cheer if you're comfortable cheering in a social situation. You outnumber me. I'm actually going to be talking to you about love. Love's pretty good, isn't it, right? Love? You love it. Who doesn't love love? Give us a cheer if you're in love. You... No one's enjoying being in love. Well, people in love, you make me sick. You make me sick, you make me want to be sick. I am not in love. I'm one of the people who can't be loved, like the rest of us. And, but I think tonight, the people who aren't in love, right, tonight could be our night. We could rise up and overthrow the people who are in love. It could be, and we'd win, not just because there are more of us, but because we have nothing to lose, right? I started a website for people who aren't in love, actually, called Match.com. I invented that. That was me. It was initially a website for people to talk about how great it was not being in love, and about your favourite type of match. which people don't use it for that anymore. People go on and they actually try and use it to meet other people and fall in love with them, to join the other team. That's the point of Match.com. I went on recently to try and bring it back, to try and say, okay, you know, something more match-related, perhaps. Wrote to a bunch of people, sent them messages and said, hello, how are you? What's your favourite type of match? And, okay, well, here are the responses I got. What? You didn't invent Match.com, that is a lie. And, oh, how interesting. I like matches too. My favourite brand of matches is Bryant and May. What's yours? And I didn't respond because I am a guy who likes Swan Vesta matches. That's what I like, I'm a Swan Vesta man, and if you don't understand that, then you don't understand me. So I'm alone. And yeah, I was in a relationship. I was in a long-distance relationship, a Skype relationship in this day and age. And it went horribly, went very bad, deteriorated rapidly. And we still Skyped every day. When you do that, when you Skype every day and it's going badly, it's a lot like being a regular viewer of a TV show that has an incredibly low budget and only discusses your own flaws. Oh good, so a lot of long-distance relationships in tonight. Good, enjoy your first year at uni. Yeah. I don't actually think there's ever been a happy Skype. I don't think there's been one. I think you never meet someone in the street, do you? You never meet someone and you're like, oh my god, you know, you're intelligent, you're beautiful, you're incredible. You know what we should do? We should allocate half an hour every day where we just look at each other and try and think of things to say. Oh yeah, that would be amazing, but if we have a bad internet connection, then would you be able to leave a sort of 5-second gap after I talk between you, so everything's just awkward and disjointed? Would we be able to do that? Leave a 5-second gap? Yes. No, that never happened. I had a poor internet connection and it was dreadful because what you're confronted with is seeing the person that you like slowly morph into just a series of patterns and shapes that's upset at you. That's... no one wants that. I just missed having evidence, that's all I wanted. I started missing having a real life girlfriend, then I just missed having proof of a girlfriend. I'd go around my mates' houses and there'd be like some plasters on the floor and maybe some hair in the sink, and I'd think, God, I want that. I'm getting the pity laughs from the audience. But yeah, there is an upside of having a bad internet connection in a Skype relationship, and that is that it pixelates your own genitals for you, which is a time saver, so that was positive. I do actually think probably the worst thing was the Skype ringtone. I don't know if you've realised this, but obviously there are no, as we've discussed, no happy Skypes. No really positive Skypes, but the ringtone is the happiest song in the world. So you'd be sat there like, oh god, you know, I really don't, I'm waiting for the call, but I don't want to answer, and everything's just gone to shit, hasn't it? Why are we even in this relationship? Please don't make me answer. You'll notice that I actually practiced the ringtone a lot more than I practiced the jokes. That's part of it. So that ended, like everything ends. Enjoy the Skyping. And I started dating again. Gotta do some dating jokes now, because that's what comedy is. And yeah, I went on a lot of dates. The first day, I worry, like probably you worry, about making a really good first impression. You know, it's difficult, isn't it, to try and be unique and quirky and do something interesting. And I really fucked it up the first time, because I took her paintballing. I thought that would be really interesting, paintballing. And paintballing, it didn't work. She got there and immediately she started having a traumatic flashback, which is less than ideal. And it turns out what had happened was that her granddad had actually killed himself. Didn't kill anyone. It's not. We all make mistakes, right? Her granddad had actually killed himself with a paintball gun. That's true. He had a paintball gun. It had taken him 6 hours, just... He had to drive and go and buy 250 extra paintballs for an extra tenner. It's a lot of money, but it is worth it in the long run. And the worst part of it was, right, the worst part of it was that he'd left a paintball image, a silhouette of himself on the wall that she'd gone to find. And worse than that was, it actually worked really well with the room. It was a flattering colour. Her nan had the whole living room done in that shade. She's constantly reminded of it. So that fictional date went wrong. I went on another one as well, because obviously it is really difficult making these first impressions. So naturally I thought, how do I talk to women? And I consulted a Robin Thicke video. Don't worry, I don't like him either. It's got to be that kind of joke. No, but he's got something like, he's got 500 million views, and in his evil video, right, he's got a thing, balloons behind him. Balloons. He rang up a balloon shop and pre-ordered balloons. He actually made the phone call asking a balloon shop to order balloons to say, Robin Thicke has a big dick, right? That's what the balloons say. That's the type of phone call he makes to balloon shops. And recently, Lily Allen's actually done a feminist critique of that video, which is quite good, and she also references, in balloon writing, her own genitalia. So I thought, to make a really good impression, I would order some balloons when the date walked in that said, Jack Nicholls has a normal penis. Which I thought was impressive, but I didn't actually have any helium. I just had to sit there for 3 hours just... J... A... And then, of course, that took me 3 hours. My date arrived, and I was like, look at what I've done for you. And she's like, oh, balloons on the floor. I'm like, no, they're in letters that I've pre-ordered. Like, prominent misogynist Robin Thicke. And so I had to bob them into the air because there was no helium. I had to do the J and the A and the C, but then by the time I got to the K, the J was already dropping. So I'd have to go J, A, C, J, K, A, and it didn't work at all. It was awful. I finally worked out that I should sellotape, so I got some sellotape off a man, finally, taped them behind me, finally, after an arduous evening of writing Jack Nicholls has a normal penis in balloons, and by that time she'd actually left the restaurant. So that was awful. But finally I did actually manage to go on a really good date. It was really nice. You can probably guess what it is. It's a cliche, it's the ideal date. What would your ideal date be, out of interest? That's right, the Swan Vesta Matchstick Factory. Ah, romantic. It was wonderful. We got to see the matchsticks being made, the sulphur mixed with the nitroglycerin, the matchsticks then dipped in that to form the beautiful Swan Vesta match. It was perfect. What could be better? And yeah, we walked home, holding hands. I said, God, that was a fantastic date, wasn't it? She said, yes, I can't conceive of a better date, because it happened in real life. And we got that, and so to symbolise our love, I decided to light a fire in my rented accommodation. And yeah, so I asked her to light it. And you know what she used to light the fire? You know what she used to light the fire? A lighter! As if that doesn't defeat the whole purpose of the beautiful Swan Vesta match. This from a woman who didn't want to go in the gift shop. So I ended it. I ended the relationship then and there because I am a Swan Vesta man, through and through. And if you don't know that about me, then you don't know much. And so I'm actually reduced now to standing in front of audiences, amplifying my voice, and demanding someone love me. So that's how the set ends tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going until one of you falls in love with me. And I'm prepared to wait. I've got a lot of good points. As you can tell, I'm doing it. Anybody? Anybody? Would anybody like to marry me? You, sir? Would you like to marry me, please? Would you like... No? It's fine if you don't want to.
Well, of course I'll marry you.
Thanks. What's your name, my new wife? Hamish. Good to meet you. Looking forward to the wedding. Hamish, I've got a question. What's your favourite type of matchstick? waiting for an answer, Hamish. Sit down. Love is dead. Love is dead, everyone. Love is dead. Love's dead forever. And I've been Jack Nicholls. Thanks very much.
Jack Nicholls, ladies and gentlemen. Give another round of applause. Hey, a lot of you guys are stood up at the back. There's some space down the side here if you want to sit down. If you guys want to come down, sit there. Come on, go and have a nice seat. Oh, there's some seats there. Hey, what do I know? I'm just an usher. Right. Cool. So yeah, now we all know about love. I'd like to talk about it from the other side for a second. Just give us a cheer if you're actually in a relationship at the moment. Like, don't worry, you can do it as begrudgingly as you'd like. Yeah, something I find is that when you're at uni, it's like, it is hard to keep the romance alive. I don't know if you find this, because as a rule, uni is an environment that drains you of both time and money, both of which are required for a relationship. One more than the other. I won't say which. Not an expert. But, yeah, a lot of people say, oh, we can just do things cheap, like watch a DVD. That's fine for people with alright DVD collections. I don't have an alright DVD collection. Try romancing someone to 2003 Ang Lee's The Hulk. I think it's a pretty good adaptation of The Incredible Hulk, really. It's quite faithful to the origin. Eric Banner's career survived, at least. Well, that was a 108-minute roller coaster ride. I'm just going to go straight and put the Barry White on. Is there anyone in a relationship here? Raise your hand if you go to company asked acts. Hello, so what's your name? Pleased to meet you. What's the most romantic thing you've done since you've been at uni?
Talked about the first time I kissed my girlfriend, which was on the train station in Manchester, like a year and a half after.
Oh. Oh. Get a nice Come on, guys, we can get to Panto by Christmas. That's lovely. Anyone else done anything romantic? Anyone else that's self-proclaimed romantic in the room? No? Good. Prove love is... I'm seeing some gesturing there from a very begrudging... Oh yes. Sorry, sir. The most romantic thing you've ever done. Oh, Zach. Okay. Oh, romantic you've done since the uni. Oh, both. We can judge you. All right. What's the most romantic thing you've done then? Yeah, well, go on. We can make the romance happen now if you'd like. No, what's the most romantic thing you've done then? What would you say? Oh, all the laughs tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry, I'm actually taking notes, so that's fine. Yeah, to be honest, it's good to hear some people managing keeping the romance alive, but it is quite hard because not only at uni you're living quite close to people as well, and I think this is exemplified by a story that happened to my flatmate the other week. Essentially, he was trying to do something romantic for his girlfriend. So he was trying to make her a bubble bath because she was feeling a bit under the weather. So that's a very nice thing to do. So he went downstairs and he made the bubble bath, got it the right temperature, put a nice little plastic duck, and went upstairs together. And when they came back downstairs, my flatmate just walked out the bathroom. And they went into the bathroom, and it stank of shit. And they had to have a bubble bath that stank of shit. Arguably from the flatmate's perspective, it's the downstairs toilet. Why should he be forced to go all the way upstairs? He saw the lovely bubble bath, but no, it's on his time. He could have done it in the bath. Alright? He could have done it in the bath, and the onus would have still been on them. Alright? And they especially didn't like it when he came back in during. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for my final act of the first half? Ladies and gentlemen, can you keep that applause going? Come on then, Miss Lizzie Swinburn!
my life is about 97% food orientated. Like, I'm always thinking about when my next meal is, or when am I next going to be able to eat food, or how I can sneak food into somewhere without being frowned upon. Yeah. Apparently my gynaecologist didn't like me eating a Twix when I was getting a smear test. And he certainly didn't like how I snuck it in. But yeah, so this realisation happened inside a 2-hour international law lecture. Now, for the first hour, it was fine, I was taking notes, everything was great. However, during the second hour, I got an overwhelming desire for a Subway. Now, this wasn't just your casual, like, oh, fancy a meatball marinara kind of craving. This was a, I must eat a foot-long steak and cheese now, otherwise everyone's going to drown in a sea of honey mustard sauce kind of craving. The kind of lusty desire that should probably only be reserved for sexual encounters. I basically got horny over a sandwich. But yeah, so I didn't take any notes or anything. I thought, right. So in my steak-fueled lusty madness, I started thinking about ways I could escape the lecture theatre. So I'm thinking, right, okay, I could maybe crawl under the seats, or maybe I can ring my friend and she'll get one for me and bring it to me like down from the ceiling like Mission Impossible, or maybe I can kill the lecturer. Yeah, with my Sharpie. Let's kill the lecturer and I can get out and have a Subway. Oh, kill Subway. Yeah. But then I realised that murder is a crime. And I would probably be arrested even before the bit where they asked me if I wanted any sauce, and that would make me sad. But, so I decided, I thought, no, wait out the lecture, you can have a Subway when you get out. So I waited it out, and then after the lecture, I ran into Subway, and I devoured it like a lion eats a gazelle. Only to then feel a bit disgusting as I came to the realisation that I'm probably going to die alone in a sea of Subway wrappers in my own shame. But, so once I'd had this realisation, I started to remember all the times in my past where food has played such a big part. Like, for example, there was this one time me and my mate Becky made the baked cookies. I say we baked cookies. We mixed the dough together in a bowl and then just ate it with our hands because we couldn't wait for it to bake. Thinking about it, we essentially just ate the concept of cookies. I didn't think that was possible. But, there was the time I practically gave myself a mini stroke by eating 3 KFC meals one after the other on the day I got my GCSE results. Like, yeah. Well done, Lizzie, on getting all those A's. Now go and poison yourself with what is essentially chicken. And then you might cry the 11 herbs and spices. I'm really surprised I'm not dead. I really am. But yeah, so as a side note to this, my favourite programme is the Great British Bake Off. Give us a cheer if you've seen it. Yeah, it's popular, I love it. It's like food porn, but in some ways it's also quite like a relationship. And I think I got a bit too involved with the relationship this year because I started to become emotionally attached to the contestants. Like, there was this one contestant called Frances, right, she was really good. She was really good at decorating and presenting the cakes, but they kept criticising it for lack of flavour. So, like, one week, Paul Hollywood walks up to Frances's creation, which was this, like, vegetable garden, this cake in the shape of a vegetable garden. It had, like, carrots and fences and shit made out of ice in it. It'd take her about 5 hours, it was brilliant, right? So Paul Hollywood walks up, takes a slice, puts it in his mouth, spits it out and says it's disgusting, right? Which sent Frances to tears. So, at this point, I'd been sat at home, just perfectly rational, if a little spaced out eating a home bargains cake that tasted like Ben's. But upon seeing Paul Hollywood make this remark, something inside of me must have snapped. Like, I went into this like massive tirade about how ungrateful he is and how he has never anything nice to say. And this kind of worried my flatmates a bit, because they were all giving me that sort of look and say, one of them even said, like, calm down, it's only a TV show. Only a TV show. This is arguably the most tense show on TV. These people work their backsides off, trying to make perfect cakes, only to have them belittled and spat out by Mary Berry, a woman who looks like an origami napkin swan that's been whisked through a charity shop. And Paul Hollywood, the very definition of a manhole, who walks around like a silverback ape, beating his chest trying to find his next mate, based on the crumb structure of the profiteroles, or their ability to make adequately textured creme pâtissière. The prick. But yeah, so then I kind of stormed off to my room and ate kale chips and snorted lines of powdered cake mix to calm down. But, I also, in the newsroom, recently, I read, schools now aren't allowed to make triangular flapjacks. Why is that, I hear you ask? Well, what happened was, some kid threw a flapjack at another kid and they went blind. And now schools are only allowed to make rectangular or square-shaped flapjacks. Now, I have an issue with this. Surely by making the flapjacks square, i.e. a four-sided shape, you have only increased the number of corners, thereby increasing the risk of blindness if launched at a child. But to be fair, right, I don't even think you should be worrying about the corners. I think you should be assessing the density of your flapjacks. If a flapjack is so hard that it's not breaking upon contacting a child's face, then you need to change the recipe. Less concrete, maybe. Or maybe just stop letting kids whiz flapjacks at each other. Or are we actually going to start weaponising flapjacks now, or just general food? Like, are there going to be UN Security Councils organising defence-based bake sales to try and regulate the issue? Like, right now we've heard rumours that the other school is using hexagonal flapjacks, so now we will have to upgrade the security alert to 180 degrees for 20 minutes. But yeah, as bad as it sounds, I think weaponised food could probably be used for good. Like, it would change the way we view war whilst solving world hunger at the same time. Like I said, machine guns would be destroyed. We'd just use food-based projectiles. Like we could expand. Like we could have muffin mines, baguette swords, scone drones. Now I know what you're thinking. I would normally say scones, but scone drones don't really work, do they? So park down. But yeah. So we change the world, save lives. It would just it would change the world, but. Or we could just do what I would do with a weapon, flapjack weapon in this situation, and use it to blind Paul Hollywood. Maybe that would shut him up. I've been Lizzie Swinburn, thank you.
Lizzie Swinburn, everybody! Right, we are going to have a 15-20 minute break now, but before you go off, we actually have a competition to do. What I've got here is I have pens and I have paper, and we are going to do a drawing competition. Now you got it. So yes, I've got a prize for the best drawing, prize for the weirdest drawing. So draw whatever you like. Draw a self-portrait, draw your favourite thing, favourite place, strangest thing, strangest place. Draw me, draw you, draw us all. I wish I could make this rhyme. Right. So yes, I've got these here. So then go to the bar, get a drink, go to the bathroom, have a bath, and we'll see you in 20 minutes.
Mr. Ed Colley!
Hello. Hi. Hello, welcome back. So, we've got some lovely pictures here. We all had a good break? There we go. Cool. Right. So, we've got some lovely pictures lined up. So, yes, shall we just jump straight into it? Rihanna, if you'll care to do the honours. Okay, I'll just talk. Right, so up first. Okay, we've got. Is this. Alright, might want to turn the sound down a bit. There we go. Sorry. So we've got the cat from Alice in Wonderland here, smoking and meowing. Really saying something that we should know. Oh, it's fired off into the air. And now we've got a snail. What does it say? We'll never know. Jabba with a scarf. Jabba should prepare for winter. Good. Well, I don't know. You need to remember which one's your favourite. Okay, we've got pretty big legs. Tuxedo Walrus. Tuxedo enough, but with no tusks, but a moustache. Oh, and now we've got Jack as a sword wedding crab. So, alright, let's just maybe impractical. He already has a weapon on that hand as the claw. Nice legs, the eyes particularly demonic, I quite like that. The hair is like, they've got a nice little wolf twitch. Now we've got an essay. Good. Relationships are not based, finding the right person is that the difficult, and when you find them, you need to, a desperate lack of fear, and fire though, fuck it, let's do it, succeed. Smiley face, then, I don't know, the Rosetta Stone. Okay, so we've learned something from that one there. Hi, always nice, always appreciated. Thanks for bringing it down, guys. Yeah, I'm glad he's got sunglasses on, because he's needed. Existence is futile. Ryan's ship which ruined my bath. I have a flatmate tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Our flat doesn't leave this without a mark. Next. Oh. I got nothing. Next. Alright, cookies. Oh, cookie matches. Oh, that's cooks. Oh. Someone step to that. Could you take that off of Jack? Oh, no. Alright, I think we'll end it there. Ed, my asshole. I've had that nightmare before. Alright, we'll go on to the next act. Thank you. Round of applause for all the participants so far. Right, are you ready for my first act of the second half? Okay, keep that energy up. I'm going to welcome onto stage the fantastic Mr. Valentine!
Hey. So, do any of you ever have this problem where you think of video games and you think of real life and you get confused between the two? It's like video games are real life is video games. It's like real life is... I think real life is just a poor imitation of The Sims. Anyone? Yeah? Anyone? Yeah. Sometimes I have an existential crisis when I look above my head and there isn't a glowing green crystal there. It's this sudden realisation that I'm responsible for my own actions. That there isn't some computer overlord controlling me. It really takes it out of me when I'm digging up the bodies. This could have something to do with what Super Mario told me. See, he told me mushrooms make you better. But that's probably why my diet consists of only mushrooms and stars. But I can't get actual stars because I can't jump that high. And this kind of led to a falling out with me and Mario because now I can't fund his addiction. And then he jumped on my turtle, so that was the end of that. But once you realise that video games and real life are all the same thing, you can use it to your advantage. Like, I've started using checkpoints and save points in my life now. And I'll give you some examples, like, I burnt my mouth on some soup, reload. Rogue sexual encounter gone wrong, reload. Killed everybody I've ever known in a fit of rage, reload. It's not my fault though, because I thought they were the ghosts from Pac-Man. And as we all know, we eat the ghosts from Pac-Man and become even more powerful. So, in order to deal with this like weird dual reality that I'm living, I started to see life as a role-playing game. And in a role-playing game, people have classes and people have levels. So your level is how old you are and your class is what you do. So you start life as a level 0 baby, you become a level 3 toddler, and by the time you're level 14, you're a teenager and you get your first powers such as rebellion and puberty. And you learn how to power level certain body parts. See, now I'm a level 21 university student and I've got quite a few powers. I've got procrastination, early onset alcoholism. And now, early onset alcoholism, that took a lot of work, let me tell you. Oh, leveling that drinking skill every night. And when I use it, I get more powers. I get powers such as thinking I have friends. And a defense mechanism, such as projectile vomiting. And my ultimate power that I can only activate once a night, going to bed lonely, drunk, and crying into my pillow while I contemplate my life. Something... You get it? Something else I realised from playing video games. I started playing video games with the sun high in the sky. And the moment I turn my back, it disappears. It just fucks off. It's gone. And it's replaced by this huge white orb just floating there, watching me. And I think the sun knows. I think the sun says, wait for it, wait for it. Now he's practicing an unproductive hobby that gives no discernible results and more likely leads to him being depressed for the next 7 hours. Most likely not leading him to not appreciate his loved ones, his family, his friends, and just become a vegetable sat on the couch waiting to get the latest achievement points. Boop. Achievement unlocked. Tell an entire room you're a deeply troubled individual. Now, I really like Pokemon. And I mean, I really like I've started crafting little wooden balls. I've started stuffing sparrows inside them. See, I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them was my real test, but to train them was my cause. Sparrows! So I took them to the... sometimes they get hurt when I battle them, so I had to take them to the Pokemon Centre. But when I took them to the Pokemon Centre, something strange happened. They started saying weird things to me, saying stuff about pressing charges and animal abuse. And that's just silly, because they're not animals, Pokemon. Talking of animals, though, has anyone in this room ever had a Nintendo? Put your hand up if you had a Nintendo. Have you ever had a Nintendo? Yeah? Quite a few of you, that's good. You've had a Nintendo. Okay. Well, the thing you might not realise about Nintendogs is they're immortal. Nintendogs live forever. There's a little battery in those cartridges, that means they do live forever. So I went back to my Nintendog after 3 years, you might have done the same. And I found my Nintendog in eternal torment, eternal suffering. It was unwashed, it was unfed, it was unclean. It hadn't seen light in 3 years. You're responsible for that. I'm responsible for that. This is what keeps me up at night, levelling my drinking skill. I've come to this realisation that when the world ends and the sun explodes and the human race is but a memory, all that will be left are Nintendogs. All that will be left is your digital poodle waiting for you, wagging its tail in the void. And I'll be there waiting for it as well. You've been a wonderful level having St. Valentine.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up once more. Right, so from one direct vine to the next. Back to the gallery, Rihanna. Sorry. What wonders lie in store? You know. Actually, before we actually start this, I'd like to point out there's an imposter in the room. Somebody's left. But if you'd look there for a second, someone's made a cheap imitation of themselves. Thinking I wouldn't notice. Well, you were wrong. But I'm glad it's happy. Good. Alright, are we good to start? Cool. It won't work without the music. Smooth. There we go! Right, ladies and gentlemen. Sounds like I'm trying to sell you something now. Why would I sell these? Who would buy them? Could somebody actually slide me the gifts over? That might be quite good. I've got wonderful prizes in store for the best one and the weirdest one. Thank you, Sam. So, take it away. Here we go! So that's someone shitting into a Henry Hoover. Which is questionable, because he could just suck it up. You're creating more effort than you need. But, you know, it's sentient. Next, Portal Gun 2000. Alright, that's alright. Product placement, I suppose. Unless, like, running a crossover with the Harry Potter universe, I don't know. Yeah, next. Oh, God. Am I getting drunker as this goes on? I've got and an elf. Evil student gnome stealing other people's milk. Well, I think that's the front runner for weirdest. Next we've got evil gnome, chef of doom, eating cookies. I have no idea what he's doing down here. We've got a poisoned lion in the corner. And PTO, I have no idea what that means. Please turn over. Oh. Well, there's a happy ending for you. We can make that into a panto, I think. We'll do a Lucy panto. The cookie gnome and a lovely happy ending. Oh, it's a drag queen, never mind. Oh, no, that's quite nice. We can have a drag queen, I quite like that. Bad-ass sheep. Signed, proudly. Sheep, I have no idea. Who drew that? Well done. Next. Finland. Well, I'm glad they marked that out. Unless there's just a country that really likes it. It could be the English flag. There's no colour real pattern there. Or a country that just really likes addition. Next. Warning. Creepy as fuck. What the... It's producing forms of itself. It's like if Slenderman cried himself out. I think that's a front runner for weird. Right, next. Oh, nothing, go. I brought my own paper and 2 different coloured pens. Hope you don't mind. Oh god, this is square root will conquer the world. Fine, I'm fine with that. Age 20 sent this in. Not in its truest form, because you know, what's the worst that could happen? I wish they paid me. Next! My favourite so far. Cool. Round of applause for all the sign-ins. So we need to decide the weirdest then. Actually, no. Should we go for the best first? Can we? Who thinks the best? What was the best one? Shout out your answer.
Phil Tufnell.
Phil Tufnell.
The sun.
The sun. Oh, the existential sun. All right. All right. Phil Tufnell, round of applause. Woo! The sun. Whoever drew the sun would like to come up and receive their prize. Woo! Alright. Congratulations. Here you go. Have some Mars miniatures. Well done. Round of applause for everyone. And the weirdest. Crying Slenderman. Alright, Phil Tufnell again. Crying Slenderman.
Shitting in Henry.
Shitting in Henry, yes. Phil Tufnell again. Shitting in Henry Hoover. Would the drawer please like to come up to receive their prize? Shitting Henry? No, no one's admitting. Oh, round of applause as he comes up, everyone. What's your name, sir? Joe, pleased to meet you. Right, for the weirdest prize, I've just got you a sweet potato. Cheers. Round of applause, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for my final act of the night? Okay, we're going to build it up, give them all your energy, all your love. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please give it up for the fantastic Mr. Dan Whitton!
start off with chest first. There are some comics out there who will try and say things to make you think, to resonate, you know, to hit the zeitgeist, but that's not me. I don't want my audience thinking. Are you thinking? Good. Keep it that way. But I realise I'm wrong. I want you to think. Are you thinking? Start thinking. I want to say something that'll make waves, something poignant, something that, you know, will have me trending on Twitter, something that David Cameron will quote in one of his bullshit speeches about the economy. You know, I want something really great, something like, I don't know, a belt always needs extra notches. Bacon, incomplete without bread. The sum of the integers in any multiple of 3 is also a multiple of 3. That needs a thing. I kind of ran out there, so I'll try and make it one on the fly. The government are all cunts. That's right, it was political satire! All along! Well, like political satire, do you?
Yes.
Do you? Do you? Do you?
Yeah.
It's not for everyone, though. It really isn't. So now on to the heavy stuff. Christmas. Christmas is on its way, and I know that because on my way down here, I passed a big red truck, and the driver was going, "Oh, the days are coming! Oh, the days are coming! Here's the season, it's always everything!" It kicked me out of X Factor. But we all know that is a universal sign of Christmas, that or the fact that it turns December the 25th every year. But I don't like Christmas because my birthday is in fact Christmas, and people refuse to believe this because it's also the birthday of a man people happen to worship. Which isn't even true! He wasn't even born on Christmas, thank you very much, pagans! If people aren't going to believe me because I share my birthday with someone famous, it's going to be someone who I really share my birthday with. Charlemagne, Isaac Newton, Annie Lennox! Yes! No one sums up the spirit of Christmas more than Annie Lennox. We all thought it, I said it first. Because Christmas would be so much better with Lennoxmas, because Annie Lennox is very much like Jesus in a way, you know? They were both born in shitholes. Bethlehem, Aberdeen. They were both on Who Do You Think You Are? I mean, Jesus had an interesting one. Jesus had 12 disciples. Annie Lennox was in the Eurythmics. Sometimes this shit writes itself. I wish it did. But you know, I think Christmas would be so much better if it was called a Lennoxmas and we celebrated in the true spirit of Annie Lennox. You know, we gathered around the Lennox tree, sung Lennox carols, sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? That was a joke. Next bit. Right. I mean, one phrase that I'm getting a bit irritated with is scared of his own shadow, because it implies that you're easily frightened. But that's not true for me, because I am scared of my own shadow, but that's because the fuck is stalking me. I mean, look at him there! All impressive and such. I mean, he's better than me, he knows he's better than me. He's got no blemishes, he knows when to be silent, and he gets really tall at sundown. I've actually become scared of him because no matter what I do, he's always there. I go up the shop, he's following me. I walk my dog. He's got a dog too! When I masturbate, he's not there because I do that in the dark. But it's gotten so bad now that I now only go out at night, but that backfired on me big time because one time I was surrounded by multiple sources of light and that bastard outnumbered me. I got a bit scared and threw my wallet and just ran. Anyone's seen that, by the way, I've just handed him to Bob. But, you know, in the end, I just chatted to him and we had a nice little conversation. We resolved our differences. He said to me, look Dan, I'm not actually a sentient being at all. I'm an abstract shape caused by you blocking photons from a light source. And the fact that you've attributed any personality to me is actually a symptom of severe schizophrenia. Oh, Shadow, you can't. I can never stand like you. Another phrase that I've grown to dislike is, I put the fun in funeral. It's a common saying, my way. And I don't like this saying for two reasons. One, it's a very morbid, lazy way to have wordplay. And two, you know, funerals were a lot more fun when they were called Earls. Now I don't have a job. So I have a lot of time to indulge my favourite hobby, and that's to go through obituaries and find out strangers' funerals and just go to them. It's a grand old time. I've been to loads. There was one when they let me actually, you know, make the casket, and I had it lovely. I had it varnished brilliantly. Unfortunately, the varnish was flammable, and it turned to a bit of a fire show that time. There's another time when I went to a funeral, and it was swarmed of protesters. But that's what happens when you go to the funeral of a reviled paedophile. I don't know what they're protesting about. He's dead. But my favourite above all is one I went to on the continent in Sicily, and there was this really nice old man, and the service was lovely. It painted a lovely picture of him. He was, he owned vineyards across Italy. He was a very powerful man. He was, oh, there was something else. That's right, he was a don of the Sicilian mafia. And I don't go to many earls on the continent, so they're very different to our British earls, because a rival mafia turned up and shut up a church. I mean, I thought, when in Rome? Well, Palermo is the capital of Sicily. If you learn something, thinking. But when in Rome? And I picked up a gun and joined in. Now, one thing led to another, and I was in someone's basement with a pair of pliers over the ring finger of a man called Honest Ricky. It wasn't all that honest. And I thought to myself, earls really are more fun these days, aren't they? Now, I recently had an epiphany, and that's that nice guys don't just finish last, they finish dead last. In fact, if you'll allow me to stretch the metaphor a bit, they finish 2 hours after everyone else with a broken spirit, bad lungs, and have to be charged for the rental of the metaphorical racetrack. So I decided, you know what, fuck it, I'm just going to be a dick from now on. You can't just jump into these things, you can't be a dick from day one. How do you think Piers Morgan started? He started on the News of the World, he's entry-level stuff, you know. So I decided to, you know, go and wean myself in, so I stopped saying please and thank you. My grandparents hate me now, but I don't care, they're dead. I win. But then I thought, this is going great, I'm going to up the ante. So I saw a homeless guy the other day, I mugged him. I got 64 pence and change. It wasn't much, but it's mine now. There was an old lady struggling to get some steps at the train station, I kicked her back down them. Yeah, don't want to miss your train, bitch! I killed it in a guide dog. I actually caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror while I was doing that and realised what I'd become. I am become death, destroyer of guide dogs. Now before I go, I just want to show you the big reveal. You know, this is pretty big. You there, is this your card? Shit, I haven't done the card trick. Right, forget you've seen this. Forget you've seen it. Right. Pick a card. Is this your card? If I'm going to leave you with one poignant thing to think of, just remember me by this. Always do your card trick at the beginning of the bit. I'm not coming back. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Del Whitton again! And outro music. Oh, this is loud. Sorry. So that's all we've got time for tonight. Did you have fun, ladies and gentlemen? Right. That's all from us tonight. We'll come back again in 2 weeks. We'll have 5 more fantastic acts. Follow us on Facebook. We've got a group for all the other events we do, all free as well. So that you can say, give yourselves a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, guys. A round of applause for our tech staff, Leanna and Will. And only these can say, can I have a round of applause for all the acts tonight? Can I have a round of applause for Mr. Sean Gilbody, Nicholls,